It's late. I'm tired, so excuse me for the things that come out of my mouth. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to an exciting video. In today's video, I'm going to be going through my February TBR. Now, this is my second time recording this because I hated the first one, so hopefully this is better, because if not, y'all aren't getting a TBR because I'm not doing this again. So, in the month of February, I'm going to be reading 8 books. I have 4 of them. The other 4 I will be getting off of Kindle Unlimited or through the Libby app that I reserved ebooks through my library. So I have 4 books with me physically, 4 books that I'll be picking up through my Kindle. I feel like I was redundant, but whatever. So let's just go ahead and jump into it because I am tired of doing this video. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the physical books out, and then we'll go to digital books afterwards. So the first book that I am reading, I'm currently actually reading it in the month of February, is Taming 7. This is book 5 of the Boys of Tommen series. This follows Claire and Gibbsy. This is surprisingly a very short book compared to some of the other Boys of Tommen books. So I'm hoping to get through with this very soon. I am currently about 50% through with this book, so this will be finished fairly quickly. I do also have this downloaded on Kindle Unlimited, and then I also have this on audio through the Libby app, so I have been doing some crafts in the afternoon while I listen to this through the audiobook. So I'm going to be reading Taming 7. Super excited to get back into the Boys of Tommen, and I'm honestly really terrified to read the next book, which is Releasing 10, I think. So I'm going to be reading this and hope I am not going to be sobbing uncontrollably, because I know that's coming very soon. So Taming 7 from book 5 of The Boys of Tommen. I've decided very randomly to pick up a couple very large books this month, so I'm hoping I'll be able to get through them all, and I'm very unsure. One of the very large books that I have picked out for myself is book 2 of the Book of Azrael. It's actually called the Gods and Monsters series. This is a honky beast. This is following Diana and Samael, also known as Liam. She is a demon. He is a literal god, and they're kind of teaming up and they have a little romance, and the first book was so good. This is book 2. And I am terrified to read this. I also have this on Kindle Unlimited, so I will not have to carry around this monster of a book. I will have my Kindle with me because this is definitely going to be a Kindle book, because I cannot physically hold 700 to 800 pages. That's just not going to be possible. So we have book 2, which is The Throne of Broken Gods. The next book that I'm going to be reading in the month of February, I've also picked up already, and I'm only about 10% through this book. I'm doing a reread of my Lords series. I am doing kind of maybe a little bit of a reading vlog, me reading the entire series. I have vlogged up to the point that I'm at the sacrifice, and I'm unsure if I'm going to continue the vlog because I'm afraid it's going to be so ridiculously long, but you might be seeing a video of me reading the Lords at some point. I don't know when, because this is book 3 of the Lord series, but I read it as book 4 because I read Sabotage, the novella that came publication order after this. But I had heard that if you read Sabotage before the sacrifice, you kind of learn a little bit of the side characters before you get to this, which is what I did. So I am doing a reread of The Sacrifice. I love the Lord series. It is a dark romance, has a lot of triggers. I like the books, and I'm very interested to see, because this will be my second time reading the Lord series. The first time, it was one of the first books that I read once I got into dark romance, so my understanding of dark romance and the triggers and things, I was new to that genre. So now that I have been in dark romance for quite a while, I wanted to do a reread so I can see what the old rating was that I gave versus the new rating now that I'm familiar with the genre. So far, all of my ratings have gone up the second time around, which I fully expected. So I am reading The Sacrifice, and I'm excited to get through this book because after this book is when you start meeting the Spade brothers, and those are the books I am very, very, very much looking forward to. I cannot wait to get to the Spade brothers, but I have to get through this last Lord's brother and before I can get to the Spade brothers. So we have The Sacrifice. And then the last book that I have physically that I picked up, again, did not realize when I decided that I wanted to read this book that it was a fairly large book, but I picked it up anyways. That is Fairytale. This is a new cover. I don't know if the first cover was independently published and now this is an actual publisher. I'm not quite sure, but this is Fairytale. This is like, I don't really know a whole lot about it, but I've heard a lot of people like it. It's kind of a historical love triangle with a paranormal twist to it. So we will see. I think I have this also. Actually, I think all four of these physical books I have on Kindle Unlimited. I was able to get them through Kindle, which is amazing. So this I'll also be This I will also be reading on Kindle Unlimited, and it's another 700 something page book, and I cannot wait to dive into it. I have heard so many good things about this book, and I just can't wait to dive into it. It looks so promising. I don't really care for love triangles, but hopefully it's done right, and I can't wait. So I'll be reading Fairytale in the month of February. And now I need to get on my phone so I can get the names of the other books that I'm going to be reading in the month of February. So I'm somehow missing a book. I thought I had 4 digital books and then 4 physical books, but my list only has 3 Kindle books or ebooks. So we're just going to run with that. It's okay. So I have a total of 7 books for the month of February. It's a short month. Maybe it'll work out best. So the first book that I'm going to be reading, not physically, 100% electronically, and I cannot wait for this book. I am so excited. It has been all over my TikTok For You page. I've seen it literally everywhere. I also have a audiobook of this book. I bought it off of Audible because I had heard the audiobook is phenomenal. And I'm also seeing the narrator has been popping up with his like narration videos for this book. I have seen him show up on my TikTok, and it's just getting me so excited. I cannot literally wait to read this book. I think it's going to be the next book after I read Taming 7. That is the next book I'm going to be listening to and reading electronically because it's so exciting. And I think tomorrow I'm actually going to go out and buy the physical book, even though I haven't read anything about this book. I'm just super excited to get into it, and I think I have to buy it. Hopefully the hype that I see is warranted and this book is a really good book because I have a feeling I'm going to be buying the hardback book tomorrow. All that to say, the next book I'm going to be reading in the month of February is Dungeon Crawler Carl. I literally cannot say that fast. I don't know people who can. It's a tongue twister to me. I cannot say it, but Dungeon Crawler Carl has taken over my For You page, and I cannot wait to dive into it. It has got one narrator, and I have heard him narrate all the different characters in this book, and his voice has it is able to switch like complete personalities and tones, and you would assume it's a second person or a third person or a fourth person in that booth with him, but it's just him switching up his voice. It is amazing. He is so talented, and I cannot wait to get to this book. This is a lit RPG. I have never read a lit RPG before. I have played RPG games. That is one of my favorite types of games to play is RPG games, which is role-playing game, for those of you who don't know what RPG is. So this is a literary role-playing game. So you're following Carl. From my understanding, he somehow stumbles into a real-life video game with stats, and he has to go through levels and quests and things like that, and I am excited. I have seen little pictures from the book, and I guess there's a cat in it. There is a dinosaur, maybe Velociraptor, potentially. I'm not quite sure, but I can't wait regardless to dive into this book. And I have a feeling I'm going to absolutely devour it. So excited to be reading and listening to Dungeon Crawler Carl. Such a tongue twist. And then the next two books and the last two books that I have listed for the month of February, I got both of these from NetGalley. I was on a hunt just to try to see books that looked interesting to me, and these two books immediately captured my attention from the cover. And then as I opened it, the information I was able to read from like the synopsis of the books also were interesting, and I just requested it and I got both of them. So I'm excited to read the next two books from NetGalley. The first book is called The Split, and look at the cover. Like it's got like vines and I don't know if you can see it through the glare, but regardless, it's called The Split from Gigi Nally. It has the MMC's name is Jasper. The FMC's name is Kota. The reason why this book got me was it gave in the synopsis, it said, if you like these genres, this might be a book that you like, basically. And some of the things that it says that is ideal for people who like the following list, you have oh my freaking gracious. You have post-apocalyptic dystopian settings, forced proximity, slow burn romance. Slow burn, I'm kind of back and forth on. It has to be done correctly. I like slow burn, but you still have to have the tension. Without that tension, I get bored. So like I want to, if they're not going to get together until way into the story, that's perfectly fine. But I have to feel like there's a connection. There's like something, there's like some kind of like, tension between the two characters. It just can't be like, oh, I like that person, and like very surface level type things. So it's slow burn has to be done correctly. Hate to Love You. I like that. I love found family. I love that trope. That is one of my favorite tropes. Strong female protagonist, which I also like. It has creepy creatures. I don't quite know about that one. Southern settings. I'm from the South. Action and adventure and high stakes. So I'm excited. I don't know anything else. I did not write any other notes on this book other than those tropes, the characters' names, and that's pretty much it. I think this book is going to be published. Yes, it's going to be published March the 3rd, 2026. I did see that it was on Amazon as I think you can do a pre-order for it. I don't know if it's on Kindle Unlimited as well for a pre-order, but regardless, it comes out March the 3rd, so it's a new book, and I cannot wait to start reading this book. I can't wait because of all of the tropes and like the ideal things that if you like this book, you might like it because of those. Some of those, I cannot wait. I can't wait, honestly, regardless of the book. I think it's a dark romance. Mafia? Maybe? I literally have no idea. But I'm going to be reading The Split. And then the next book that I got from NetGalley, it is because of the cover as well. It is called Sinful Bargains by Zara Jade Astrid. Again, don't know if you can see that, but it literally looks just like a dark romance that I would like. Honestly, I don't know why I'm showing you the covers. I'm going to put it up on the screen. What a ridiculous thing for me to do. Whatever. It's late. I'm tired, so excuse me for the things that come out of my mouth. Okay, anyways, Sinful Bargain by Zara Jade Astrid. This one has MMC is Joey, the FMC is Adriana. The trope for this is mafia romance, historical romance, dark romance. I know nothing else about this. So, cover got me, tropes got me, and that's what it is. This book has been out already. It came out June the 3rd, 2025. So it's been around for about 6 months. I have not heard anything about this book. I'm going to be going in blind with this book, and I'm okay with it. So I am excited to get to all of those books and see if I enjoy them. And that's it. I don't know why I thought I had 8 books. I will also continue if I get through these 7 books and I have, time available for the end of the month. I will go ahead and pick up the next Lord series. So that's kind of like always in the back of my TBR. So maybe that's what I was thinking. I don't know. I thought there was 8 books. Apparently there's not. There's only 7, but that's okay. I need to get myself together. Oh my gracious. Okay. It is February 6th. I'm already a week into February. And yeah, we'll see. I think 7 books is going to be the most I'll be able to do this month as it is anyways, but you never know. I might devour some of these books in a day. We'll just have to see how it goes. So that is going to be it. I need to stop talking. I need to drink my water and just turn my brain off because like I feel like it's firing. Like little sparks are shooting off, but they're not connecting to the places they need to be. So words are coming out that make literal no sense. Yeah. And with that, that is going to be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see everybody in my next video. Bye.